All right. Can you hear me?
What's up?
Hey,
How you doing?
good. How are you?
Good.
How's the pizza?
It hasn't arrived yet, so I'm mainly getting it for the boys, and it's just going to take them probably another potentially 15 minutes. So I'm just going to try to keep track of it and let them know. So I don't know yet.
Mm.
I mean, it's just Little Caesars, so it's not like it's going to be amazing. It's cheap.
Well, don't be knocking Little Caesars.
I- Is it the best? No. Is it kind of fine? Yeah.
Yeah, that's about where I stand on it too. Truthfully,
See?
I don't know if I've even had Little Caesars. It's probably been so long
Yeah.
since I've even had it, but
When you get it kind of fresh and you're kind of hungry, and it's kind of fine. It's not bad. It's basic.
it is extremely heavy in the calories.
Yeah.
Now that I've, well, not now that I've, but you know, I know that that's probably pretty obvious for some people, but um, I did not realize that it was as heavy. Like I just thought all pizza was created equal in that way. Clearly
Are you
not.
telling me I should be regretting my choices here because I kind of am?
I mean, only if you care, like,
And
and honestly, it's not like like I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, dude, I feel like, you know, at some point you're like, if I'm not doing this all the time, like it's okay every once in a while to like get something that's a little bit
yeah,
decadent, you know?
like I said, it's not very expensive, and
Hmm.
I'm ordering it for my boys
Sure.
because it's really picky, but they like this stuff, and it's something that it also comes in a reasonably high quantity, so they can
Yep.
eat. So it will feed them for the next rest of today and most of tomorrow too. So you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
And
I
they're
get
just
you.
yeah, they're just fine with it. So
I get you there for sure.
I did order this pepperoni one that's supposed to have all these like it's supposed to have like 100 pieces of pepperoni on it. Like it's the little pepperonis, but they really go heavy on the how many they throw on there. And my little boy really likes that stuff. I don't think he's seen one like this, so it would be kind of a surprise. And I like it, and I can't eat too much of it. Just I can't have a large volume because I had that surgery on my guts.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. You probably.
I mean, it's not like it helps me be a small human being, but it does kind of restrict that type of stuff. So, I'll have a slice or two.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. No, I'm the worst though. I can gorge myself on pizza for sure. For sure. What you working on there?
Just more comic pages, the same old shit. Just doing the same thing over and over.
Alright. Yeah.
I'm not
Nothing.
to make it over, a bad thing, but just, you know, doing the usual.
What works for you, right?
Yeah. What are you working on?
I'm wondering if you can guess.
Um, it looks kind of familiarish, but off the top of my head, nothing jumping out at me.
No, that's fair. I'm gonna try to work a little bit more. I want to do one portrait a week and try to see what I can work on likenesses. But this is young Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I
What you
think
should have done is given me some options. Like, okay, here's four options. One of them is correct, and then tell me which one of them you think it is.
oh, that's fair. I should have done that. You're right. You're right. Hello, Thrumble Reel.
Yeah, I don't know what the person's being weird. I don't know what the hell they're trying to say, so I'm not.
I think I said, "Hey, do you guys hear this?" And then said, "Never mind." So I'm not sure, but
I'm not.
hard to hard to say here.
I saw this I had this meme I keep seeing in my phone, but I saved because I wanted to save it to you. First off, I know you were and or are a fan of at least old school Axl Rose.
Yeah.
Um, Now that's not his real name.
Oh, it is not.
Do you know what his real name is?
It is William. Oh, I used to know this. I can't remember the last name though.
I don't remember. I saw this thing that did tell. It wasn't that, but this thing said that what the name Axl Rose was picked for was like an anagram of a.
For oral sex.
Okay, that's I didn't know that. Like, is this common knowledge? This is news to me. I've heard this guy. I've known about this dude as long as I've been alive, essentially. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Yeah,
Correct.
I was like, I bet Jessica knows this one because she's a big fan. I'm
You
like,
know what? I get a lot of guff for that actually, but you know what? I'm just gonna ride or die down that road. You know, he's a jerk, but I think he at one point was an extremely talented jerk.
yeah, that's fair.
So you know what? Still like myself some Guns N' Roses. I know it's a bit controversial these days, with all the lyrics that are being removed from their songs and stuff, but
Really?
they've got some pretty racist stuff in their music.
Really? I gotta go pay attention. I don't listen. I don't pay attention to that. I'm
You
just like,
know, you know,
come to the jungle. What the hell do I care?
yeah, and it's fair. Like I knew, like there was a certain songs I just didn't listen to by them even before him, but the time
Yeah.
it wasn't as big of a deal. Of course, he's from Indiana, so I gotta he you know which is where I was born and raised as well. So that also makes me a fan. But yeah, he's got some muddy history for sure.
Well, I learned something today.
I didn't know that about him. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up. I want to say William. Is it something B? But I don't. Axel
Yeah, the
Rose.
picture said it, but I didn't commit it to memory. I don't know.
I think it's William Bruce Rose was what he was born.
Okay.
Yeah, William Bruce Rose. So I feel like Rose isn't his real last name, but that's what it says here. No, I'm feeling that's not true. I guess he was William Bruce Rose Jr. Okay. Rob and Jessica tonight, and Rob and Mitch tomorrow.
Yeah. And old Blood Force Mitch, we're gonna be doing it.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
will
that's
be him with my presence, I suppose.
you suppose, huh?
Yeah. I'm generous this one time.
Yeah, that's funny. So, how have things with did you do the live you're gonna do last Saturday? Did you end up doing that one?
Doing what?
You told me you may have a live going on last Saturday when we talked about doing one.
Uh,
Um,
I had
with
that interview with a big time inker guy. So yeah, that happened.
okay, okay, that's cool.
It's up on the channel. Really fun to get to talk to him. He's a really nice guy. Um, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Mm,
He was a really neat guy, and um, yeah.
okay, okay. That's exciting.
Yep. So that all went down fun, and there's a possibility for more within in the future. We'll see how things play out, but yeah,
Well, that's sick.
yeah, that was really fun. If I could, I can't remember if I mentioned this to you, but if I could choose any comic book professional inker to talk to, that was the guy I would pick.
No, I don't think you told me
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's like, yeah, out of all the guys that whose work I found, there's a lot of really talented guys who would be great to chat up. But I would, if you would have just approached me just separately and be like, who would you choose? Who could you look at? If I could kind of like look at all the names, I'm like, I would want to talk to him, and I got to. It's
That's
crazy.
that is awesome. Well,
He
that's
got to,
great.
yeah, he got to be the inker for my favorite artist. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to nail down who's my favorite artist, like ever, and it's always this person at the top of the list because like some days it could vary. Like, yeah, they're certainly in the top five, but who would I choose today to be my favorite? It could kind of vary, but often it's this fellow called Mark Silvestri. He's just incredible, and this guy was his inker, like his personal inker, for like 8 years on some of his
Sure.
best work, and
Wow.
was sitting there talking to me. So um, it was really fun, and we just kind of talked about stuff. I just kind of like, tell me your story, dude. Like, what do you do? Where did you get started? What did you work on? What are the tools, and how do you use them? And what was
Yeah.
it like working with these artists? And it was just fun. It went for 2 hours, and I posted the whole thing. I was like, I can't, and I'm like, should I cut some of this down just for length for viewers? But I'm like, what of this am I gonna cut out? Like, I'm like, you know what? I ain't cutting out nothing. It's all going up.
There you go. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's actually super cool. No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you told me that. Like, this would be, your dream inker. So
Uh,
that's pretty sick.
yeah, it was fun. And again, it's nice that not that I expected otherwise, but he's a nice guy. He's a relatable dude, and he's
Yeah,
humble. Like he's a pro at his job. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. But he's just kind of like just a guy. Just a dude.
that's
Like,
awesome.
and I like these kind of things, and this is who I am, and so yeah,
Well, that's awesome.
yeah. That's what I said.
Super, super cool. What a neat experience.
Yeah.
I'll have to go watch it.
Said it's 2 hours long, so it's a little bit of an investment in time. I get it, but for those people who are really into that, and wanting to kind of hear stuff from that kind of a guy, it was fun. It's great.
Well, look
And
at you. That's impressive. And
so,
how did you end up meeting up? Like, how did that end up coming about?
well, he's actually left a comment or two on my videos on stuff that
Mm,
he's worked on, and he did one recently where he left a comment, and so I'm like, well, he clearly watches at least some of my stuff. He
okay.
told me the algorithm kind of keeps pushing stuff that your stuff in my direction. So I just kind of check it out periodically. And he was really nice because, he said that I make kind of some points and observations about stuff that kind of, because I draw, I have an understanding of
Sure.
things, of certain things in a certain way that other people are just like, this looks really cool. But I'm kind of like, well, I think this looks cool because of this or that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just, he commented, so I just kind of threw a comment back in. I'm like, hey, Yeah, you're one of my favorite, blah, 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 blah. Any chance you'd be interested in talking to me, like doing any kind of like a conversation interview? And I, like that. Why not? We'll just see what happens, right?
Sure.
And he wrote back. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Hit me up. Let me know. I was like, oh, shit. It's about a day later. I had a chance to get back to him yet or anything. But he kind of sought me out. He ends up messaging me on Facebook Messenger. And he's like, hey, man, you mentioned about wanting to chat. We should make that work. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, he sought me out.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's what I said. So we just talked and kind of worked out a day, and which Saturday. I'm like, yeah, I'll put Jessica off. You better believe. And
Yeah,
that,
easy. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Um,
And I would have hated you if you hadn't.
yeah, be like, I was gonna do this thing with this pro Eager guy, but I just rather be here with you, Jess. I put him off. You're like, hey, what?
What is wrong with you? No, that really is super, super awesome though.
I gotta step away real quick. I'm gonna go grab the pizzas dropped off out of the door and make sure my boys are
All
set up. I'll be right
right.
back. Yeah.
Sounds good. Oh, little, I guess it's not late night there. For me, it's not really late night here either, but I'm 2 hours ahead of Rob, so it's kind of funny that he's just getting dinner. And after this, I'll be going to bed. So kind of funny. It's always interesting because I'm dealing with people who are usually in a different time zone than me because I've lived in that time zone for so long. And it's just kind of weird sometimes. See if I can some of this character in here. We'll see. It's very, very young Ozzy Osbourne here. Clearly. Try to get some of his characteristics here if I could make it happen. Hello, Tim. Rob's grabbing some pizza at the moment. So I'm sitting by my lonesome. Sitting by my lonesome here, drawing.
I'm back.
Gosh, it took you forever. No, I'm just kidding.
No, right? You want to see what it's at? Let me show you. You ready to see?
Okay.
Boom.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty good.
It does, right? I sent a couple just so I could sit here and have some with me. My little
Huh.
boy's off the park around the corner, and my older boy's in there playing video games. I'm like, well, let's be interested, turds. Here you go.
What are they doing? What'd you say?
I said my youngest boy is off at the park just around the corner playing, and then my older boy's playing video games. So I'm like, well, pizza's here, guys, whenever you're interested.
That'll happen sometimes.
Tim, what's up? Rad, what's up?
And we discussed how you were off getting food. It's weird to me because I'm like, I'm going to be going to bed like when we end this.
Yeah.
and you're just getting dinner because our time zones are so different.
So what is it like? 9 o'clock where you're at?
Yeah, it's after 9 now. Yeah, 9:30 ish.
You guys are doing like a family movie thing, or did that not happen?
We didn't end up watching a family room. I was trying to decide what to do because I knew you were like not sure at the time. At the time when I was trying to decide when you were going to be getting home for sure, and so I was like, well, I don't know when I'm doing this later. And we had considered starting a project, but I'm like, he'll probably be home before then. So then we're like, oh, maybe we'll just do the family movie now. But then we just ended up. I don't know if you've ever watched on Netflix the dinosaurs. Have you ever watched that?
The dinosaurs? I don't think. I mean, I don't have Netflix anymore, but the roommate has access to an account. But so no, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it's like a really legit, and I'm assuming it's they used AI, but it's a really cool documentary where they go through like all of the ages of the dinosaurs. Like, don't ask me to repeat them because I can't remember, but eventually you get to the old Jurassic times. But um, it's really cool. And anyway, we had started it a while back, but never finished it. So we're like, oh, we'll just watch this. So that's what we did instead.
Oh well, I mean, I hope I can like interrupt family time working around my dumb schedule.
Oh, no, no, not at all. It was just, we were like, oh, we just kind of got up late today. Thank you so much, Nate.
Nate knew right away, didn't he?
Um, that's why he's my favorite. Just kidding, Rob. Um, so we were trying to decide what we were gonna do today. I got up super late and finally we kind of got going with our day. It was kind of my fault. But anyway, long story short, we were trying to decide we're gonna do this one thing. It was kind of a big project, and I was like, I just don't think we're gonna have time. And I said, I don't know when Rob's gonna be back. And Marcus goes, oh, really? And I said, yeah, he's out doing stuff with his kids. He's like, fucking Rob out doing stuff with his kids. Like, come on, what's that about? Just kind of joking. Uh, kind of like, obviously, that's better than anything you could be doing. But anyway, so we were just kind of like, we'll just wait and do it tomorrow instead. So it wasn't really like that, but it was just kind of, we were like, and then I was like, it might be better just to do this late since that'll be right about we're just getting such a late start that I won't have made dinner and stuff yet. So
Well, when
anyway,
you were asking me, when you were messaging me if we can delay it, like I was driving, so I hope you weren't taking my like abrupt messages like the wrong way. It's like, okay, sure.
I was.
Yeah. You're like, you mother.
I was like, you know what? No, I'm just kidding.
Like, if that's how you're gonna be, you can just forget
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. Brad is asking, what is the brush you're using?
Redacted. Couldn't tell you. It's some cheap bullshit. I found in a pack of cheap bullshit brushes that I just use because I know that I do not take care of my tools, care of my brushes the way that you should. Um, so I don't buy expensive brushes. I just buy packs of cheap shit. And when they inevitably just fall apart due to poor care, I don't care because I just move on and get another one out of the cheap pack. And these cheap brushes, if you get the right ones with a fine point, they'll do the job just fine for a little while. And again, I pay like $7 or $8 for a pack of 9 of them or something like that. So it just was all coming down to like, I am not going to spend like $30, $40 on some expensive bullshit high end artsy brush with a super fine tip that requires you to like shampoo that shit or something. And then, because I know I won't, I'll just
Honestly, and I'm not saying that, I'm like some great artist or anything, But I will say this, I use a lot of paintbrushes, and paint is so hard on brushes. And I have had so many people be like, "You need to use this or you need to use that because you or it won't have like clean lines, use this brush or whatnot." And I'm like, dude, I am not gonna take the time. These things will sit in water for days before I
Yeah.
remember that I need to clean them.
Yeah.
At some point, it's like it's just not worth it. It's it's just not. And honestly, I don't know about you because inking's different, but some of the cheap ones still work really, really well. And because I'm not worried about messing them up, I feel like I'm able to use them more efficiently.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to, if I have like a really high end tool, I tend to like, well, I'm not going to use it on this thing because I don't want to fuck it up
Exactly.
for a good thing. And then I don't use it for months on end. You know,
Yep. Exactly.
if I'm using some cheap shit I don't care about, I could just be free with it because I'm not concerned. And then some cool shit starts happening. So,
Exactly. See, and I think that's something I do too. It's like, well, I don't want to use this one. Um, Thank you, David.
I was going to say, you're getting all the praise today. You should because that looks really good.
Thanks. They're just being nice to me because I'm never on here. um, you took me once to a Michael's. We've had this conversation. At least one time we went to a Michael's, and you helped me pick out a brush for inking, and it wasn't very expensive, but it was one that had like a very rubbery handle to it. It was for comfort, like for holding it for a long time. Do you recognize the time where you used one like this?
Um, God, that was so long ago. I don't
I-
remember.
it was what you were using at the time. And I had started like I got a bottle of ink, the same stuff that you still use to this day, actually, I believe. That you told me to get. And in fact, oh, it's not over here. I don't think actually. I continued to buy the same type of ink forever until I couldn't find it in the store. And then I ended up like ordering it, I think. But anyway, I remember you were like, this is about the price point that you said you would never buy anything more expensive than this to use for inking.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how much it was. At the time, it didn't seem, I think it was like $8 maybe for the brush, $6 for the brush.
Yeah.
And now I look at some of these tools and stuff and I'm like, "Dude, it is crazy how expensive it is to be an artist sometimes."
Yeah. No, for real. It really can just bleed you dry. So it's almost like you have to have the money and be willing to, spend the money on it or be already independently wealthy enough that you don't care about the cost on it.
Yep.
But
Mm.
but then I'm so worried about destroying that special precious tool that I don't actually get the good use out of it because you're throwing this tool around on the canvas or the page or whatever, and you could break it. And then it's
Yep.
just gone. Now what?
Exactly. And interesting enough, so my son, my 12-year-old, he is taking art in school and he's doing great. He's like got 154%. It's his highest class easily. He does all the extra credit stuff. He loves it. And he'll tell me, "Mom, I really want um these paint these paint pens. I really want these alcohol pens or markers." And I'm like, my teacher showed them to me. I really want 'em. Like, "Those are really expensive. I don't know if you're gonna take care of them or not."
Thing. You gotta prove that if I spend this money, you're gonna treat them like precious cargo because you know
Mhm.
a lot of money for a mommy and daddy to be spending. You
Like, I
gotta
don't buy myself. He was like, "Do you know what Copic markers are?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't buy myself those."
That's funny.
But yeah, he's like, "Oh, my teacher's just letting me use them." So, um, what's up? Still traditional art. Is that Harry Potter? If you're talking about me, which I could see it, it is not Harry Potter, but I could see why it would look like Harry Potter.
Like goth rock Harry Potter, which, is probably the only version I would watch.
Shut up. You don't like Harry Potter?
But I mean, I don't dislike them. I don't hate them or anything. But I'm just like, I don't. This is not a thing that connected with me ever. I don't give a shit about.
Wow, that's actually I didn't know that. Oh, maybe I did know that about you. I don't know.
Seem
To be
like a Harry.
fair, what'd you say?
Do I seem like a Harry Potter guy?
Maybe not. Maybe
You're
not.
like, I don't like a Harry Potter person. Explain that, Rob.
It's true because honestly, I don't know that I've met the only people I feel like I've really met who don't like Harry Potter are really old people.
Oh, there we go. That's what you're trying to
I'm not even just making that up.
get it. Just because I'm less than a year away from 50. I'm like, that's half a century. That's bullshit.
Oh
Bullshit.
gosh. Oh man, I don't know why that cracked me up so much. Yeah, I don't think I knew that about you. Not like in
But no,
Harry
I don't have a
Potter.
problem. So people love it, and that's great. And I get why people like it, and I jokingly make fun of it, but actually I have no problem with it at all. I've seen like the first 12 movies, but I missed the last 24 of them.
Okay. All right. This seems like you might be making just a little bit of fun here.
First
I'm gonna
troll.
attempt to draw a hand here. This could get dicey. But this will help maybe make it obvious for anybody who's wondering who this is, because it literally has Ozzy on the knuckles. Um According to some people, labeling packages as fragile actually encourages the postal service to be more aggressive with it. What the? Come on. US Postal Service sucks. I said what I said,
You did say what you said.
and I
Um,
meant it.
you did. Roland says, according to some people, labeling packages as fragile actually encourages the postal service to be more aggressive with it.
That's
I
what I just
working where
read.
I actually work in the area in my store where I'm the one who receives bulk packages, and I can tell you, UPS, FedEx, fucking everybody, they don't care what the hell are in these things. These aren't packages; these are just boxes, and boxes can be thrown around like they're full of air. I've witnessed it live. No one gives a shit what's potentially in these things. The way that some stuff shows up, you're like, are you really trying to deliver this to me? This thing has clearly been walked on. There's footprints on it. Somebody stepped on this.
I'm sorry, Rob. That just
No,
makes your job harder too.
it does.
And it's like it's like very personal. I feel like I can hear it in your voice.
Wow. I know sarcasm when I hear it, by the way.
I'm being serious though. I agree with you. I feel like as much as we pay for, I mean, they charge an arm and a leg
Mm.
if you go to ship something. And they're like, also, you want the insurance, which is also an arm and a leg. I'm like, why can't you just include that in there? Like, how come Amazon can ship things for free? Like, come on.
Andrew, pepperoni pizza I got for you. Did you see it? We'll get mine too. I'll let you show yours first. I'm gonna show mine. Sweet boys.
Hi, Andrew.
He's got something he's very excited to show the group. So, because when I took him out, we went to Valley Fair Mall, and we looked around and we found a thing, me and Andrew, that we got. Here's
Ooh.
mine. Andrew, show everybody who's watching. Show them what you got. Okay, I have to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Standing up season. Read standing up season.
Remember, you're on careful. You're on with Jessica. She's right there drawing too.
Sorry about that. Sorry that I shook everything.
No, you're good.
Show 'em.
Alright. So behold.
Dum dum. Show them yours. Stoops. Show them yours.
I can tell. Alright. The reason I chose this one is because it looks like my dad's YouTube channel logo.
Ooh.
I'll clean it up a little closer.
Oh, is that Punisher? Don't make fun of me.
Yep.
Is that a stopwatch? Oh, oh, that's like one of those ones you can put in your pocket and then check the time and put. That's fancy.
On my necklace, and also for some unknown reason, it's like showing the time of Australia.
Hey, Nate's in here. He's from Australia.
Yeah, there's a buddy of mine that's watching. He's in Australia right now. I know. All right. All right. Thanks for showing.
He's like, that's perfect. I needed to know the time. Thanks for showing me.
Also, don't forget it's kidnapping season.
It's kidnapping season, he says.
What did he say?
He said it's kidnapping season. He's a weird boy.
It's kidnapping season. Andrew. All right. Well, you heard it from him first.
And then I got this one.
Oh, that's sick. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's an octopus pattern on it.
I've never
just,
had one of those before.
Yeah, they're just kind of neat little knickknacks. There was all kinds of cool ones. There's like ones like Thundercat symbol, Batman symbol, Superman, Doctor Strange, and like that window from his sanctum in the movies. All kinds of neat shit that looked
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
one with tree pattern and stuff. But I just really like this octopus pattern. All right, calm down, Spaz.
Be nice to him. He's just excited.
No, that is how I be nice. I tell him to shut up. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I call him dum dum and tell him to get the out of here. Oh my gosh, Rob. You're just teaching him how the real world's gonna treat him.
Kind of.
No, that's sick. What a cool thing.
Yeah, so we went to the mall because my last weekend my brother called me, my younger brother, and said that there's a store there called the Nerd Store, and they're having some kind of like um, charity drive, and for some reason, some way, somehow, they have like 100 long boxes of comics available. They're selling anything and everything for $2 a piece.
Ooh, that's pretty sick.
So to come down, I was like, well, I have an interview with this comic book inker today. I can't go last weekend, so I dragged my boys down there, and there were so many boxes of comics. Like there were probably 1, 2, 3, 4, like 8 rows of this shit, and I got through one in the span of like an hour and a half.
Oh wow.
And I walked away with like 30 comics that come to like 55 something bucks.
Oh.
No, Roland, it was $2 for.
I will add a bat, Stephen. Absolutely. 100%.
So yeah, after all that time sitting there farting around with it and looking through these things, I found some really cool stuff. I'm like, there's probably treasures everywhere. Like you could find anything. Like it was shocking. But here's a hard part. Not one of so there's probably thousands upon thousands of comics there, right? They
Sure.
are not any kind of order at all. It's just randomly thrown into boxes.
Mm-hmm.
no rhyme or reason. So it's not like you can go like, okay, here's the Marvel pile, here's the DC pile, here's all the X-Men books. They're just randomly thrown together. So it's literally a needle in a haystack kind of situation.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, and it took forever. But again, and I'm like, all right, I was like, I'm around 55, $60. There's a little bit of a price break the more you buy, but I'm just
Oh,
like, I can't spend this much money, and I don't need any more books, and I don't have the time. Like my boys were, I sent them to the arcade with some money, and you know, they had a good time, but they were done. They were kind of like, all right, can we go now? I'm like, all right, I'll wrap up. I'll be done.
like when you first said my brother was like, "There's this nerd store," I was like, "Is this gonna be like a practical joke? Because he's just making fun of you for being a nerd."
But what's funny is, like I said, my younger brother, John, he told me about it. And then when I go there, my older brother, he was actually right there in the shop itself. I was like, oh. So I went and like kind of just walked up to him and just stood next to him. And he looked over, was like, oh shit, what's up? I haven't seen him in a long time. So it was kind
Oh,
of,
so John told you about it. Oh, that's
yeah.
interesting.
He called me last weekend and said, hey, you should go do this. But I'm like, I can't because I have an interview to do.
I see. Well, hmm, interesting. So I didn't think your older brother was really into that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Yeah. It was me and him when we were younger. Me and him were the
ah,
ones into this stuff. He just doesn't draw, and he kind
mm,
of got out of collecting comics forever. So he just would steal whatever me and my younger brother have and just read our shit like a cheap ass.
yeah. Sounds like an
I
older
did
kid. Sounds like an older sibling.
I did document the trip though in various little clips. I'm gonna splice it together into just one of those like day in the life of Rob things. So you'll actually see in the clip where I walk into the store and my brother's right there. So we'll get to see it.
That'll be cool. Super cool. Oh, I'm readjusting here. Got my, I don't have my chair. Long story short, I need a new chair. And I'm using my kids' chair for their desk. And even though I am not very big, clearly I am too big for a kid's chair.
You are a petite lady.
Wouldn't say I'm petite, but I'm short at least. I used to be petite, not so much anymore. Mm. That's looking pretty good. That middle panel there.
Big screamy face.
Extremely.
Screamy face. Big screamy face. Or that means
Oh,
greatness.
big screamy face. Oh. And your little teapot short and stout. Mm.
You are a little teapot.
I don't know. I don't know
That
about
means.
that. How's things been at work? Saw you had a little bit of drama there.
My God. Somebody trying to rat me and the other lady out. But like that's somebody who intentionally and specifically sought us out and ratted us out intentionally to get us in trouble
Yeah, for sure.
and called specifically somehow got a hold of the district manager and the district HR person, and then they called the store manager. It's like big
What?
fun to fuck me up. Yeah.
So, what do you think it was anybody you actually knew, or do you think maybe just
Has
somebody
to be
online?
me and has a grudge against me, but I can't even begin to imagine who that would be.
It was actually me since I'm an ex employee. And I was like, damn it, I never got to do cool shit when I was working. I'm just kidding. It wasn't me. I think it was somebody who was just jelly of Danielle's skills, but that's just me.
Yeah, she was pretty. She sometimes internalizes things and kind of can't let shit go. So she came into work the next day. She's usually in a chipper mood. She was kind of scowling and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just still pissed off thinking about trying to figure out who ratted us out. And even I had to calm her ass down. I had to be like, hey, look, I get it.
Oh wow.
There's no way for us to know. We're fine. We didn't really get in trouble. Just the boss was like, hey, like, come on, what's the most important thing in our store? And I'm like, safety. He's like, right. Well, how is this a safe thing? He's like, just please don't do that. I get it. I get why you guys are just trying to have fun. I get it, but you need to just not do that. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. No problem. That was it. It was over. We got a talking to, but wasn't like a documentation. Like, we're going to write this down that we had this conversation with you in case you fuck up again. So, it didn't get us into trouble, really, but somebody really tried.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever, and I know this is gonna sound like I'm a liar. I don't think I've ever tried to get somebody. Oh man, I just dropped that pencil. Somebody I work with in trouble, even somebody I don't like. Like I trying to think if I've ever gone out of my way. Certainly not in that situation. If I was maybe like someone came to me like, "Hey, look, like, do you know like what's going on with this person?" I might have, but that just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's kind of reinforcing to me. This person really has a personal vendetta and is going out of their way to bust us. So it's like, who the hell could this be? It
Yeah.
really, really taps my ass. But you just kind of have to just kind of like well up that frustration inside you and just let it go because there's nothing I
Mm.
can do about it. I sit there and think about it, it'll just drive me nuts. And I nothing I can do. And they won't tell me because they wanted to remain anonymous. So it's like, okay,
Oh, so you asked and they're like, we can't tell you.
my specific assistant manager, who's a really good homie of mine, he was sitting in on the conversation. He told me kind of later. He's like, I even tried to find out who it was, and the big boss was like, they want to remain anonymous, so I can't tell you now whether or not my store manager actually knows or not. I don't know, but the person wanted to remain anonymous, so he either doesn't know because remain anonymous, or he does know and he can't verbalize it. But he did say to me, he's just like, be careful, Rob. People are out there looking. There's always people watching that might want to try and get you. So I kind of get the vibe that he kind of does know. And
Yeah.
I understand why he can't say so. It's not allowed. He gets in trouble. So it's like, okay, that's whatever. That's fine.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's crazy town.
So it's kind of like, all right, fine, fine. But yeah, Danielle was really cheesed off. Like she was like, well, just but if someone has a problem with it, just say something to us. You
Yeah.
know. All right, never mind.
I mean, and there are people who are just Karens. Like maybe they don't have a problem with you personally, but they saw you doing that. And like, I mean, I'm not saying that because I know you're like, I feel like it had to be somebody you really want to get in trouble. But there are people who are just, I feel like, to just get off on getting other people in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Or like
you're right. That
problems.
every possibility is just as valid as the other. Like, could be exactly what you're just talking about, because we don't know. So
Yeah.
that's why it's just like, stop thinking about it. I'm not in trouble. There's no documentation. It's just like, stop. All right. It's like, yeah, you'll never do this again, right? I said, no, absolutely not. Because we've kind of done it once or twice before, a varying degree, but we're like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
Mr. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
What are some bat facts? Steven probably has sold Roland. He has all the answers. It seems. He always knows. I guarantee you he has some bat facts.
I was watching this thing. I can't remember where I heard it at, but there was some kind of like I think it was two people on some kind of expedition to chart this specific like cave full of these specific kind of bats, and these two
Mm.
people, and then at some point, some way, all these bats like flew out of their cave, right? And these guys were like right at the entrance, and so all these
Oh,
bats
dang.
flew right at them, and we're talking, I think, like hundreds of bats. And so, for whatever reason, these bats just as they start flying, you start moving, they start shitting. Both these people got dumped in bat shit, and as if that
Wow.
was enough, somehow some kind of parasites that live inside bat shit got into these people, and they died.
What? No.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a I mean, I guess that would some of them do carry like
there's horrible shit, and when it's like if you got like a little drop on you, but they like just got drenched in this shit apparently, and it got some kind of parasite, and they're dead.
dang. Old guano times.
Guano.
Guano. Well, Ozzy ate a bat, so
Did he eat
and
it or
he,
did he just head off
he bit the head off.
like
But he
five
didn't
off?
die. At least he didn't die till many, many years later, and I don't think it was from that. So but he's not really your normal human being. He was otherworldly. So,
It's the Dark Prince or whatever the fuck.
mm, okay. Why do you say it like that for?
Is you know, 'cause-
He is. It's the Prince of Darkness.
right.
Mm. My brother and I had this whole conversation last night about. I was watching a little YouTube video about. I know it wasn't one of your videos, but it was about all of the um oh gosh feuds
Losing,
between different rock stars. What'd you say?
I said losing interest, Jess. Losing interest. Come
Sorry,
on.
sorry. The feuds between all the different rock stars over you know the years, and of course Axel was on there a lot, and um who I didn't know had so much drama, but I don't know why. Nirvana.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Like I feel like there was always something crazy happening in that.
Probably when you're that big and that influential, there's probably always going to be some craziness.
Yeah, and like old what is it, Courtney Love after Kurt
Uh,
died and fighting over the direction of the band and anyway. Stuff I didn't know. I just didn't know about. So it was an
I
interesting
worked
on
in.
old Eddie Van Halen and some of his members. The funny thing that I think is about Eddie Van Halen is in any old interview, when someone's making an accusation about him being drunk and trying to play, he always acts completely appalled, like he never was drunk on stage, which was just so obvious. But he always just kind of acts appalled, like, wait, what? Stop it.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah, like, wait, what? Like, me? Cracks me up.
Yeah, Roland Hollaback Girl from Gwen Stefani is a diss track to Courtney Love. I found out about that recently-ish. I think that's pretty funny.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Courtney Love had said something to the effect of about Gwen Stefani that she was like a high school cheerleader, kind of like making fun of her. Like, it was just high school cheerleader shit. And so she's like, "All right, I'll make the ultimate cheerleader song and I'll rule the world." And so she makes that track. And I assume you've seen the video to it.
Oh, yeah.
and it's just all that. And it's like, oh yeah, she did exactly that. And so I'm like, all right, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I do. I never have been a big Courtney Love fan. She was kind of before my time. Not that that means much to me, but I never have. But I did not know that about that. Actually, is hilarious, dude. Why do I suck at drawing bats? I'm realizing this just now. I guess I've never drawn that many before.
Are you just trying to do it from your head?
No, I have picture. Well, I have some pictures here. I will say they're not the best because they're on my computer screen over here and they're not really very close. But still, I'm definitely struggling a bit here.
I've been struggle.
Struggle bussin'. I guess I'm just used to drawing just the Batman symbol.
You're like, I can do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. I'm adding these for you, sir. So, yeah, Roland says it's one of her most iconic tracks and it's a hit piece against Courtney Love. Time to pick up a Batman versus Batman Bat comics. My grammar is bananas.
B-A-A.
It's funny. Mm.
Still coming out here, what, next weekend after that, whatever it was.
It's the weekend after next. Yep. Yep.
I don't think me and Ms. Ma'am are going to be able to catch up with you.
Oh, no.
Well, it's a lot of it has to do with because when I first mentioned it to Danielle, she was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool," and it was like it's a Thursday,
Yeah,
so
I
again,
know. Oh,
for us,
that's fair.
especially having just gone to one of these things, um, it's we have to work all day Thursday, so we're going to be on our feet, and that's what kind of kicked our asses last time. We worked all day, and then we went to this concert, and we were on our feet for like 4.5 straight hours. It was kind of an endurance trial that we did not enjoy. Um,
I'm sure.
we were lucky to find a place to sit down towards the end of it, and that kind of helped everything. But for a Thursday one, because that was on a Friday for us, right?
Yeah.
For a Thursday one, we're gonna have to work all day, and then she's
Yeah.
gonna have to school, and then we're gonna have to go. And if I remember correctly, it's like it's not sitting, it's just a standing area. Is that true?
I've never been there. It's at the Union. So
I don't know if
I
that,
honestly you don't pick seats, so I'm assuming yes, it's standing.
that's
And
just
because the bands that are playing, I don't think, and it's not a big venue, I would assume it's standing, yes.
And so then that would be a standing again. And then we didn't get home till late with the last one we went to. And she gets her
Mhm.
happy hour really early. Then we would have to go back
Mhm.
to work again the next morning.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I totally understand.
I would love to. I mean, one, I'm legit. I would like to go see them, Black Veil Bride and whoever else. That would be
Hmm.
awesome. I would mostly be fun to just kind of run into you and let Danielle meet you and just that whole thing. Believe
Hmm.
me, it would go. But it's just a little bit much. If we were like
No,
young 20s
no.
anymore.
No, I get it. And I was even telling this to Danielle. I was like, honestly, I wish it was kind of a longer trip. It's very short. Um, my sister-in-law, Kate, I've know she's been on here and stuff a lot too. Obviously, we're really close. Um, she actually is like paid for me to come out. She was like, I want to see you. Like, let's do this. I really want to go see them out here because they'll be out here in May, but I've got nobody who will go with me out here. And so
Uh,
She was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And like she's not a fan at all or anything, but she's like, "I just want to go with you." So she's like, "Well, come out here." So we're gonna do that. And then the next day I'm going to or no, on that Saturday, we're gonna go to a Real game and stuff and just hang out. I wish it were gonna be like a longer trip, but obviously I also have kids and stuff here. I will be out for longer though in September,
Yeah, I remember
which
the wedding thing, right?
yeah, so I'm like, well, maybe I'll have like again because it'll be a much longer time. My kids will be out there. Like, I feel like there will be a much better chance for maybe if we can plan on. I don't know if I can come up to you or not. I might see if you guys are willing to come down and see down more, toward my area where I'll be at. But maybe we can try to like do lunch or something one day because I will have like open days and stuff then too.
I can't imagine that would be a problem because on a weekend, it's not a problem for me. She doesn't have anything really ever going on usually
Yeah.
anyway. So I know she'd be up for that. So I think that would totally be doable. I'm gonna punch you in the face if you back out of it, though.
Don't punch me in the face. I'll do it. I'll do it. Please don't punch me. Yeah, so I'm like, well, if it would have been fun to go. I am so stoked. I got to see them 2 years ago when they went on tour with Falling in Reverse. Um, and that was obviously super cool because I've been a fan for a really long time, but I've never seen them in concert. And they're not a extremely popular band, but they were touring with an extremely popular band. So um, that was fun because they got to be kind of they were at USANA, which
Right. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
so that was more of like a hey, we got seats and we can sit. And I'll be honest, my husband is like, I'm not. It's not enjoyable. He's not a big fan. He used to be a big fan of going to concerts and stuff. He's not so much anymore. And he doesn't like doing the standing venues, which is what they would have out here as well. And
Yeah.
he's like, I just, it's just not his style. He's like, it doesn't sound fun to me. So that's why I'm going out there for it.
Yeah.
Is I'm like,
Real
well,
quick, was asking what are the post-it notes for, but Roland told them. But yeah, I was throwing these long lines so I don't go out of the gutter. So I just cover them with I already answered it in the thing. But Steven's asking, what are the bands? Oh, it's Black Veil Brides, but who else was going to be there?
so it's gonna be Black Belt Brides, and I don't know all who will be what's it called when they're I don't know. I don't know who I'll be opening, I guess. It's Black Veil Brides though, and it's From Ashes to New, which fucking awesome band. Like they're seriously, I love them. Their style is a little bit unique. I really like them. And then TX2 will be there. I don't really like him. I guess my kid likes him. I didn't know who he was, honestly. And he'll be there, but no Papa Roach, I don't think. Roland. Although that would be really cool. I think if Papa Roach were going to be there, they would be in a bigger venue. I don't think they'd be in a small one.
Well, isn't Black Veil Brides? They're a pretty big band, right? I mean, they're not like a little niche thing. They're like a big name, right?
You know, I don't know where I would categorize them. They didn't used to be very big name. And honestly, most people I know don't know who they are. So
I didn't know
yeah,
who they
Ashes
were.
to New is kind of like Linkin Park. They have this a very similar vibe. Exactly, Steven. Um, but yeah, Black Veil Brides is kind of, I feel like I'm trying to think of a band to like compare them to. I feel like they've gotten more, they're a big name amongst a niche audience. Like I feel like if you are really into kind of that metalcore 2000s, late 2000s, like, you know who they are, you know who Andy Biersack is, but if not, like, I don't know, you may not know. They're not very popular. Not in the same way that I feel like when they toured with Falling Reverse, like, everybody, most people who don't even listen to him know who Ronnie Radke is, but that's not necessarily the same, like, they're a similar genre, but they're not. I feel like it's not. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like they just don't have the same, they've had, like, very little controversy. They don't have any, like, big hits or anything.
Okay. Well,
I mean, they've
that song you introduced me to is kind of on my regular rotation playlist anymore. And
oh, they're great, yeah.
I even kind of the roommate, she got into it from hearing me play it.
Oh, see, and here's the thing, I think obviously, I personally think they have great lyrics. I've known of them since I was 19 years old. Roland saying, I've known of them since high school because of the goth girl geniuses. Genius, because of the goth girl genius. Like, they started out heavy and kind of the screamo emo like music, kind of tried to move in more into like your like, and I guess maybe like punk rock was what they were kind of also. Like, I feel like they tried to move into more like your like heavier metal sound sometimes, but then they didn't really hit it. A lot of people say they sound a lot like Creed sometimes, or um but now I would say they're very much leaning into like the like heavier, darker side. Um anyway, I don't know. They're I think they have really good songs. Again, I've known of them for a while. I love Andy. Um Honestly, I think their new guitarist they've got, newer guitarist, who replaced Ashley, I think he's really, really good. I think he's kind of moved their music in an even better direction. Um, but I feel like they still don't have anything that most people would recognize. So I'm glad you like the ones I've sent you though, or that one, Lost It All, I'm assuming is what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
her name is Genesis. Oh, Genesis. I read that completely wrong. I am so sorry. Yeah, like they were one of those MySpace bands. Like they were, or at least Andy was one of those MySpace guys. Moved from MySpace and started a band, and moved to California, started a band, and kind of towards the end of the early 2000s. And Andy's a big comic book buff too.
Nice.
I sent you a video of him talking about his favorite ones, actually. Ones I'm sure you watched every second of. MySpace, wow.
Yeah,
How do they go ahead.
I didn't know there was such thing as a MySpace band.
So yeah, during that 2000s era, a lot of bands, like, do you know who Bring Me the Horizon is?
No, I no idea.
Okay. Um, so Bring Me the Horizon, hold on one second, is I can't. I feel like I'm terrible at these. They're really popular now. They're super, super popular. And they they started out on MySpace, and that's just kind of what they got popular from was MySpace. kind of like that first social media, making videos, posting them, getting like people to follow.
Right.
Yeah, Fall Out Boy are technically a MySpace band. How do they compare to Ghost? I mean, I don't know. I haven't listened too much of Ghost, to be honest with you. Um, that I'm not sure because I couldn't probably even name one song from Ghost. But yeah, MySpace was a big one during kind of my teenage era for discovering um, musicians.
Um,
Even though,
well, I need to step off for just like 2 seconds. Give me just 1 second. Everyone make fun of me while I'm gone.
okay. I gotta try and think of some funny. Um, Ghost music is. I'll have to check them out. I feel like if I hear them, I'll know who they are. I always, at first, when you said that, I thought I Am Ghost, but I think it's a different band. Ghost. I'm trying to remember exactly who they are. I'll have to check them out. Exactly, Stephen. Get him. Get him.
I did not have to go take a shit. That's not
Sure. Some
fun.
big emergency.
Shit. I had to go tell Whitney she's out of here.
You kicked her out?
Yeah, she's gone. I'm done. Just kidding. Oh, if I had to go, I'd take the phone there with me. You guys would witness that.
Dude, that would make for some great content.
I mean, you
Whitney
just
kicking
can't.
your ass. She just came. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And I die. That'd be hilarious.
Hear me in there because again, I wouldn't show anything visually that's horrible. You just hear things. You just hear me going hot, 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 hot. You ever seen that episode of South Park?
I don't know if I've seen that episode or not.
The dad, Randy, it starts out with him on the toilet. Just it shows far away out of the house, and he's inside the bathroom. You can see his head in the window, and he's
Oh
just
my,
sitting there screaming, going hot, 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 hot. It cuts into the bathroom. He's just sitting there, just trying to fire out like the most destructive monster possible,
oh my
and
gosh. I think I have seen this actually.
sitting there, and he's done. He's like, "It's over. Thank God." And he stops and he looks. He's like, "Holy crap, that's huge." He's like, he gets his wife. He's like, "Sharon, Sharon, come look."
Sharon.
Like,
Sharon.
yeah. She's like, "What?" She's like, "Look at that." And so then he keeps it. He fishes it out. He keeps it on a stand in a case, and he occasionally opens up the case and mists it with water so he can show all his buddies. It's
Miss it with what?
he's always like just misting it with the spray bottles and
Oh,
water. Like, it was one of the funniest damn episodes. But just that whole hot, 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 hot. He's just screaming on the shitter. Oh, it never gets old
dude. I've
because I'm a boy.
decided South Park is hilarious, extremely clever. Sometimes I feel like they're like almost too clever for their own good. Like
Oh yeah,
some of the stuff they come up with, I'm like, oh my gosh.
they've been doing it forever.
I'm not always in the mood for South Park. However, sometimes my husband and I will be like, I got to show you the South Park episode.
Yeah,
Send the kids upstairs. I'll help you make
yeah.
dinner and we're going to watch it.
You watch this yet?
He really
I
likes the I guess there's the one where I think it's AI. Stan like falls in love with the AI like assistant or whatever that he's using for his farm. She's like helping him because I don't remember exactly, but he thinks it's so funny. That was hilarious. He's like, I
seen
gotta
it,
show
but
this to you.
I see bits and pieces of it. I can't. I don't know how it goes, but I'm aware of it. Yeah. I had
What are
a
you doing up here, sis? What are you doing up here, girl?
pretty little girl.
Yeah.
How old is she
Roland
now?
says, "Oh, she's 2. Why don't you head on out? Because I know you're gonna probably be stinky in here, huh? Are you gonna make noise and stuff?" She's shaking her head. No. All right. Roland says, "Ghost is Swedish, or ghosts are Swedish, and only the vocalist is a regular member with a name. Everybody else is anonymous." Cat. I don't think I've ever heard of this band. If I have, I'll go. I'm gonna go listen to them tonight. I promise. I'm just gonna check them out. I'm wondering if Jess is Italian or Latina. She has my skin color and she makes Rob look so pale.
Yeah, in the screen there. You do look dark. You are kind of a pale skinned girl, though.
I do.
I
I look dark. I don't.
kind of compare.
I My nails are really white, so maybe that's, or maybe it's all the graphite on me. I don't know.
The
You do
light.
look pale. Go get some sun, Rob. Um, well, I am not Italian and I'm not Latina. I'm about as white as they come. So,
You know, right?
but I honestly take that as such a compliment. So, thank you. Um,
Part Cherokee, right?
I am part Cherokee and part Meswaki, Native American or Indigenous, however you prefer to say it.
Right.
But that is, I don't look like the side of my family who looks like that side. I look like my mom. So my
You're
mom
pretty.
is.
You have pale, like paler skin, right? From I haven't seen you in a long time, but my memory of you is kind of more pale skin, right?
Yeah. So I look like my mom, and she is like her father was born in Scotland. He's Scottish, and his family mainly was Scottish Norwegian. She's really pale. She looks really young, but she's, yeah, very pale. My other side of my family, who is indigenous. They have well, it's the same side, or I guess my other side of the family. Yeah, they have Native American blood in them. I think they have French in them. You know, maybe more. More. They tend to have like a darker tone to them. My brother does. And my brother even has really coily hair and like more very curly, coily hair, which is totally different than my mom's side. I look like my mom, so I look like the side that's Scottish Norwegian. And then my other siblings look more like my dad, who has the darker skin tone and stuff. So, unless I'm assuming it's because I've been gardening and I've just been out in the sun.
That's probably it. My ass doesn't want to be on the sun too much. Or not that I don't want to, but I'm just not because I'm inside all day and then I come home and I'm inside all day.
Yeah, you need to get some sun, go to the beach, go to the
Oh,
lake.
oh yeah, let me go to the beach, the very nearby ocean.
There are beaches at the lakes out there. I used to go to the lake all the time when I lived out there, Rob.
Uh,
Go to Willard Bay. It's not too far from you. I guess it's kind of far from you, but you could do it.
maybe.
Um, or, Rob is just so vampire.
Yeah. I'm not that cool. Vampire, if I could found me and wanted to turn me, they'd stop and be like, not this stuff. No, never mind. Off you go. Get lost.
I could see you actually being a vampire. 100%. Have you ever
100%.
watched What We Do in the Shadows?
No, I've heard it's good.
It is. I've never seen, I think there's a movie. I've never seen that one, but the show is
Right.
hilarious. It's like The Office crossed with vampires. Honestly, It is so good. And you always think, oh, it starts out really good. The later season's not so good. It was like the opposite. It got better. And there's one of the vampires that he like sucks energy. I forget what they're called. Um, that instead of blood, his name is Colin Robinson. And now anytime Marcus and I see anybody who or talking to somebody and they're boring, we'll be like, you're draining me, Colin Robinson. It's pretty good. Yeah, energy vampires. What We Do in the Shadows, the original or the USA version. Yeah, I haven't seen the original, although I've heard that it's really good too. Um, I've only seen the USA version because I'm basic like that.
No, I've heard it's good, so it's one of those I need to check out.
Yeah, honestly, I think Whitney would find it fine too. Maybe you guys could even, because I know sometimes you guys watch series together. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a classic. We've also been watching. I don't. Do you have Apple TV? I can't remember. Or does
Negative.
Whitney have it?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, there's a show called Your Friends and Neighbors. That one's really good too. We've been watching that one. It's this super rich guy lives in, I don't know, probably upstate somewhere in the northeast. Anyway, that's how I imagine it. I can't remember exactly where it's supposed to be, but he loses his big time job and he starts robbing his rich friends and neighbors for money. It's really good.
All right, what's it called?
It's called Your Friends and Neighbors. Have you know the gif of the guy who's dancing in the club that went around for a while? It was super popular a few months ago. That's from that show.
Doesn't ring a bell. I'd have to see it. Maybe I might know it if I saw it, but
No, it's fair. Anyway, you'd probably like it. There's a lot
it's
of naked
I would
chicks in it.
sold.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, oh.
I, I keep hearing people talk about the show Euphoria. I'm like, whatever. And they're like, Sydney Sweeney's in it. She's naked all the time. I'm like, oh, well, now I need to seek it out.
Oh my gosh. I know. My son today, I just made a comment about her either today or yesterday. I can't remember. And my son goes, "Who is Sydney Sweeney?" And my husband goes, like, "I don't know if I should be." He's like, "I want to say that I'm glad you don't know that, but a little bit disappointed." Like, oh gosh. Yeah, it's the turn the lights on. Yeah, that's the gif
So,
that goes in. He's dancing in the club. That's from that. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm probably gonna have to get off here pretty soon.
right.
The old sack, because I'm old.
You are old. You're all of what, 35?
Oh, that's nice. Sometimes I think I'm still 35, and then I remember I'm not.
What are you?
Not 35.
Six? Or you just don't want,
Huh?
or you just don't want to tell me?
I'm 36.
Where does the time go?
I
I met you
know.
when 19, 20.
I was 19.
Jesus Christ, you're just a child.
I know. Just a wee lass.
We last. Somebody would have told you, like 15, 16 years later, whatever the hell it's been, you'd be doing live streams with this chucklehead you met at work. You'd be like, hell no.
I wouldn't even know what a live stream was.
No, that's true. I wouldn't have either, but
But yeah, no, for real. I've been like, what? Really? Yeah. Yeah, I said something to Kate the other day. I said, I've known Rob like 17 years. And she's like, what? What? I said, yeah, do you didn't know that? It's been a long time. Been a long
it's
time.
it's fun to just kind of like realize like when you run into some people, there's a couple of people in the universe where you just kind of run into somebody and you just instantly you just kind of click. Just it just works, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was like me and Bobby. We just somehow just she just liked me and just kind of accepted my dumbass for just who I was and
Mm-hmm.
we are friends 20 years later, just had lunch last, so
Which is kind of wild to me because, yeah, I know, I wouldn't say she and I are friends, but I know her. And it's just crazy to me that like I hear stories about her and stuff. And I'm like, wow, like it's weird to think that like I don't know, that I still follow her on Facebook, know of her, still follow you, spend time with you, like talk to you, do things with you. I would have never guessed when I got that job that that's how it would go.
yeah. No, she thinks positive of you because she knows that you and I are homies, and I just kind of mentioned talking to Jess and listen. She never had anything but positive kind of things to say about you.
She was like every girl wanted to be Bobby. I feel like in my mind, I'm like, one day, if I work out enough and get enough plastic surgery, I will be as hot as Bobby one day.
Just the way she is, just naturally on her own.
Yeah, yep. She was just like that kind of person. Like I remember even thinking like you have no business being this good looking and working at Home Depot. Like in my mind, I was like, you could do so many other things. Just like, I don't know. You could be a model.
And the thing with
And
her is like most girls I know, they're good people, but she doesn't see herself that way in the slightest. She tries to make sure she puts herself together, and I think she's probably got a reasonable kind of judgment of where she stands, sort of. But she like see herself that way. Meanwhile, everyone else is like kind of like just what you were saying, like yeah,
yeah, exactly. Well, and everybody, I know everybody else like agreed for the most part. Like, if we're like,
yeah,
yeah, she's, I don't know.
yep.
Rob, were those the thick, heavy shadows you were saying Jim Lee doesn't draw anymore in your recent review of his crosshatch art style?
I mean, sorta. I like it when Jim Lee does heavy shadows, and I just haven't filled in the shadows on his pants yet. But it does kind of look funny. Like he's got heavily shadowed upper body and then baggy little white pants or something like that. I just haven't filled in the shadows. I'm just making up the shadows as I go. I haven't even drawn it in. I'm just throwing it in there, hoping I don't fuck it up.
You won't.
Well, I don't know about that.
But you better not.
Mark, oh my God, Mark, I'm so glad you're here. I have to make fun of you. Jessica, the other day I was
Mhm.
doing a live stream. Mark, you showed up at the right time. I almost fucking forgot. I was doing a live stream, Jessica, and
Okay.
we were talking about back in the day. I used to do them a little more consistently, and he's like, "Yeah, it was a really good time when you and Mark's like, you and that other girl, I can't remember her name." I was like,
Oh my gosh. Come on, Mark.
his brain just had a brain fart for half a second. And I said, I
Wow.
got
Oh
her name.
shit. Bye.
He just shows up. He's like, oh shit, bye.
Oh my gosh. Stop. No, no, you're good. You're good. That's fair. Honestly. Oh, that's so funny.
He's being so nice because he's like, back when we were doing kind of consistently and, several, like twice a week or whatever, he's like, I got more drawing done because I kind of knew when you guys were doing it. I would join in and blah, blah, blah. But for just
Yeah,
to
that's
have
true.
And I've done that. I know what it's like where you're like, I know this human being, but my fucking brain will not pull their name out of my ass. I can't. And I just thought it was hilarious because he's like, that girl, what's her name? I'm like, I can't wait to tell her.
Oh my gosh. Well, and he almost forgot, Mark, you showing up. He wouldn't have even remembered.
True.
Good to see you again, Jennifer. Oh my gosh. It's funny. Hey, I've actually really always liked the name Jennifer, so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mark's one of our favorite homies. He's a great guy, and we're all just ribbing on him. But for just a minute, girl, what's her name? I was like, oh shit, that's hilarious.
I get it. I understand. Oh my gosh. I never can forget Mark's name because that's my husband's name. So, you know.
And got that name that's what is it, Polish, but he's like very Asian.
Yeah, I remember that. That's true. Oh, and
Right.
thanks, by the way, for the compliment. I'm glad that you could tell this was Ozzy. Rob didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I was like Rockstar, Goth Harry Potter, and you're like, all right, sure. I'm now, but in the myriad, like I mean, I was gonna say it could be anybody, but everyone else showed up and knew. That's like what, 4 people in a row that are like, hey, it's Ozzy. So
Well,
sucks
it
to
just
be
means that I'm doing something right. It's young Ozzy. It's like a very old, like kind of like in the beginnings, I believe.
it
Very,
uh it looks really fantastic. You're doing a really good job on that.
thank you. I appreciate it.
My day was
I
made.
know. You know what? Give the bats to Steven. I actually wasn't going to do bats, and I'm learning that I need to learn how to draw bats because as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't even want to mess with these anymore because they just look terrible. But Steven was the one who said we got to add bats. It's Aussie. If you don't add bats, like,
Yeah,
are you even an Aussie fan? So, and I said, you're right, Steven. Just kidding. That's not exactly how that went down, but.
not giving him his claws.
Hmm.
You got to have that defining shit.
All right. Well, I've got to jump off here. It is bedtime for me and my family, but it was fun.
Yeah, thanks for hitting me up. And I know you tried to get me last weekend, and I had other shit to do. And then you wanted to do this earlier today, and I had other shit to do. But these are important for me to do with you. So anytime you're able and willing and got a minute, you just let me know, and I'll do the best I can to not have shit to do.
You know what? I get it. I feel like I have been super busy lately, and I'm really hopeful when summer hits. Actually, it'll slow down a lot because a lot of it's extracurriculars with the kids at school. So, no judgment here, but I'm glad we got to do it. So, but
Yep, yeah.
thanks. It was fun. Thanks, everyone. Roland, Steven, Mark, Nate, everybody who was here. Appreciate it. And
Yep.
thanks, Rob, too, I guess.
To whoever I am.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Jess.
Bye.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna bounce. So it was awesome. You're all my favorites. Mark, you especially. You got a special place in my heart and soul, Mark.